What's going on, YouTube? It's Insane Place to be chilling. Mr. Andy back with a Raw review. So I know it's surprising. I already said that it's hard for me to do these Raw and Smackdown reviews, and I was just going to leave them onto the podcast. I was thinking about letting you guys have to decide, but I was just like, it's just so hard to get through them. But for some reason, yesterday when I was trying to get stuff together, people was like, "Hey, you watching Raw? You watching Raw?" I'm like, "No, I'm not watching Raw right now. I'll catch Raw later." But I was like, they were saying this better than the Raw after WrestleMania show, and I'm just like, I'll give it a check. So I watched it. I went back and watched the clips. So I was like, this okay. Is it better than the Raw WrestleMania show? Yeah. Is it still like the best Raw? No. But I was like, okay, I figure I'd check it out because this is what how the debuts and the returns stuff like that should have been the Raw after WrestleMania. We ain't getting none of that because we're celebrating 20 years of Randy Orton, and this is going to be a recap more so than a review. So I'm not going to sit there and break down everything, especially when it comes to the matches. But this is a 20-year thing for Randy Orton. Cody comes out there, RK Bros out there. Cody comes out there to hug him and celebrate, and then Rollins comes out there and says, "Well, you know what, Cody? It's all about you. It's about Randy Orton." They have the Raw roster out there ringside with him. Then Ezekiel comes in. Yeah, we're still doing this gimmick. Not a big response from the fans. I don't think he was getting over with the fans, to be honest with you. But Kevin Owens is doing his best to try to make this thing work. And Kevin Owens comes out and says that is not Ezekiel. It sounds like Elias. It looks like Elias. It's Elias. And then, of course, the Usos come out and then they talk because, we used to watch you. We was down here, Us. And now tell them where we at, Us, that we up here. We're going to take your tag team titles, unify them at Backlash, whatever the case may be. So, Kevin Owens hits Ezekiel, and then Randy hits RKO and Kevin Owens. And then there you have it. Then Adam Page comes out and says, "Tag team match, player." Well, he don't say player, but you already know how the tag team thing goes. And that's basically it. We got an 8-man tag going on for later. What else happened? We had Bianca Belair taking on Sonya Deville for the Raw Women's Championship, which I thought was supposed to happen at WrestleMania Backlash, but it didn't. And then, of course, Sonya gets disqualified, so then she keeps the thing going. And then Selena and Carmella come out. Wait a minute. Didn't they break up? After that happens, Bianca gets DT on a steel chair, kicks out, beats down Selena, and throws Sonya Deville with a wedge chair into a wedge chair on the corner, takes out Selena and Carmella, hits her with KOD, and that's it. And I'm just like, so what's she doing at WrestleMania Backlash? And by the way, Sonya slaps Selena and Carmella in the back, like slaps hard. Veer comes out and dominates and destroys a local competitor, Sam Smothers. I guarantee you I can find that name on W2K22, my GM. Arm wrestling challenge between Omos and Bobby Lashley as MVP is sitting there saying, "You can't do it without me, Lashley." Lashley beats Omos, but Omos attacks him. They're going to have a match over at WrestleMania Backlash. Then we have a mixed tag team match with the 24/7 rules pause with Tamina and Akira Tozawa taking on Dana Brooke and Reggie with R-Truth being a referee. Why is this a thing? Well, was it Tozawa and did Tozawa win? I think so. I'm not necessarily sure. A lot of people, I don't care. This thing should be done. Finn Balor gets destroyed by Damian Priest. I'm like, oh god, Finn Balor just the fall from grace. I know this is probably gonna be his last year here. Also, he probably would look at the go to that Forbidden Door show. Miz TV with Theory. It's not Austin Theory. It's just Theory, and he comes out and they talk about he's the United States champion since he won it last week. Because I damn sure didn't see that Raw. But then the return of Mustafa Ali, and I'm like, oh, Mustafa Ali is here, and I'm like, okay, he's back, and he challenges for the title, but Theory says no, and then he says, so you act like the Miz, basically, and he said the Miz don't back down from nothing, and then he said you can come here and make the matches, and he said I don't have just the I forgot what he used, but also Theory says, look, I had sex with me. He said the match is on now. So we have Mustafa Ali taking on The Miz, and Mustafa Ali wins with a roll-up. Then they had Becky Lynch come back. Obviously, this is all out of order. But Becky Lynch is back, and she's really looking like a whole Disney character meets Mad Max. And she talks about she's going to work her way back to the top, not in a face kind of way. And to get her title back from Bianca, because we are in her hometown. And then Asuka's music hit. It was great to see Asuka. It's been 9 months since we've seen Asuka. And Asuka comes back and says, "I will destroy you because you're not ready." And nobody is ready for Asuka. Becky tries to go for a swing, but then Asuka tries to go for a backhand, but then Becky gets out the ring. So Rhea tries to tell everybody why she left, and to be honest with you, it's true. She was the Raw Women's Champion by herself. Then y'all put in these tag teams that mean nothing. Nothing, and then Liv starts beating her up, so she going to destroy Liv on the pre-show, WrestleMania Backlash. It's not official, but I guarantee it's going to be. 8-man tag team match, highlight of the night. You know, of course, 8-man tag team action. Then Orton goes on an RKO spree and a back suplex on the announce table spree and hits the last RKO to Jey Uso, and they win the match as they celebrate with Cody and Riddle and Ezekiel. I'm still not happy with the Ezekiel thing. But that was Raw, and I was like, okay, I decided to check something out for you guys. But to be honest with you, was it better than the WrestleMania at Raw after WrestleMania? Sure, but was it like, you know, like Raw's back, welcome to Mondays? Not really. Oh, by the way, Ciampa's there now. He's just Ciampa, not Tommaso Ciampa. So, you know, they ain't gonna get cut or something like that's gonna happen. So wait till Gable Stevenson gets there. Sorry, Gable, your name is something else. But for this show compared to the WrestleMania Monday show, I give it a thumbs up. Okay? Does this mean I will continue watching Raw, reviewing it for you guys? No. Or SmackDown. If it was something that's good, or I'll go back and check that out, I'll do the time make a review of it. But like I said, this is more of a recap. But post your comments down below. How do you guys feel about Raw? And do you guys want me to review Raw for you like this, or just add it to the podcast every single week? Post in the comments down below. Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed my review. Hit the subscribe button for more WWE content or wrestling content right here on NC Studios. So once again, it's NC and place to be. Church Mr. AD, and their coalition is out.